Hey, everybody, Skinny K here again, and I actually wanted to give you up a little bit. I'm always sinking in this chair, fucking chair, but it does lay well for my back. But I'm four. I'm at in July. I'll become 40, and I'm feeling like 70. I did a lot of sports like a boxer, amateur boxing, but competition boxing. I did strongman, and I fucked up my knees, my back, everything. But I'm still training. I'm still training, but responsible. So that's why I sometimes prefer to sit here in these chairs than above. I got this little chair above, and it's not really comfortable, and I would like to do it more there because it's a man cave. You know, you got all the merchandise, the DVDs, and shit like that. So I got a cool background, but it doesn't sit well. And sometimes I say screw it, but with this blistering heat wave that's been blasting our country the last weeks, it's not interesting to sit above because all the heat just goes upstairs. So I'm sitting here in my comfy chair with no movie poster or something behind me. Yeah, this poster of a bus, one of those buses are from London. But I wanted to give you 10 good horror movies that are now on Netflix, and I'm gonna start with the first one, Abigail. Now, Abigail, recently watched, and I was so surprised by it. The twist is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna tell you that twist because it's gonna be a what the fuck moment. It's basically about this gang of mercenaries that um, have to kidnap the girl from a very wealthy gangster, really known and wealthy gangster. But it's a risky job because, of course, the gangster, kills everybody who messes with him, especially if you take his daughter. Abigail has gore, splatter, and a good story. Also, the a little bit of comedy between the mercenaries, and also before they really go to the juggler, they do flesh the every mercenary out. So like the leader was a cop, right? And then one was a marine or a marine, right? So everybody's getting fleshed out a little bit. So that was fun. That was fun, and he's in funny ways and things like that. Like the getaway guy in the van, he was a junkie, and he and he was always like high, but he did his job, right? So number two is a found footage movie that I think everybody should. Probably a lot of people already watched, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Creep with Mark Duplass. Now, you've got Creep 2. Mm, Not that good as the first one. It's so good. I mean, the fact with Mr. Fuzzy Peach, I'm not sure what that wolf mask that he wears is Mr. Fuzzy Peach or something, or Mr. Peach Fuzz. And I know he fucking rapes his wife with that mask. I mean, he's I'm not sure he's telling a story about bestiality sex, and he went into he went to work, and he crawls back in with that mask, ties his wife down, has bestiality sex, and then just goes away, and they don't talk about it, and they have breakfast. That's his story. If it's true or not, you don't know because he's making a lot of shit up. And that's what I mean. He's very uncomfortable. There's so uncomfortable topics that you think, okay, but he's really creepy and doing a damn good job, Mark Duplass. Now, Mark Duplass has also made I'm not sure a lot of people know this, but there is, there was talks about a Creep 3 and maybe still in development, but he did, in the meantime, he did a Creep TV show. So episodes, 6 episodes of him, always with different stories, different. So he had a large video collection with names on. So he always takes one and puts one on, and I mean, yeah, from a guy that he wants to film a movie with, and then a guy who's bird watching, and he kills him in the most stupid way. He's running behind him with a plastic bag, and the guy's like, "Hey, hey!" And he's like, "Oh man," he wants to choke him out with a plastic bag, but I mean, he's just running behind him, with a plastic bag. I mean, it's great. If you look up Creep TV show, you're gonna find it. I'm sure you're gonna find it. It's really, really great. Um, so yeah, Creep. Third one, Ma, from Mama. You know, she I mean, it's a slasher movie, I guess. Yeah, she's basically, it's a sad story because she was raped when she was young, because she's sort of simple-minded is a wrong word, gullible, and now she's less gullible, and she's like angry, and she, especially against uh, teenagers, because the teenagers raped her, and she's, she fucks a lot of people up in different ways. Like, she sews a girl's mouth shut, and the this guy who she puts, I think that was Pedro Pascal, but I'm not sure. She puts him in the bed and eventually cuts his dick off and let him bleed to death. Just leaves him there, then sleeps next to him, curling. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty fucked up movie, but it's great. It's great acting. She does a great job of convincing that she's a psychopath, but you kind of feel for her. But these kids, like, who she caught, didn't have anything to do with that. The guy who she strapped to the bed, he did have something to do with it. He was one of the instigators to rape her. So yeah. Then Army of the Dead with Bautista. You know, he. I mean, this is a movie perfect for Bautista, and he's this big giant oaf of a man. Which this, he goes in with his pack of mercenaries, and it's fun. That the beginning of this movie is so funny when the military wants to go. It starts in Vegas, and they cut it off. The fence, or they put. I think they put trailers, like, I think trailers in blocks to close it off, and then they're landing, and you see this guy shooting like with his side pistol to zombies, but he knows he's getting fucked up like shit. It's a pretty good movie. The ending is super funny. The beginning is super funny when the military goes in, and you've had this housewife, with like this MP5 machine gun or something, and he goes in with people that want to go in, you have this one guy with two, I think, gold plated or a gold plated KF7 Soviet, which is basically the AK-47 without the stock, the shoulder stock, but golden plated. He's a gang member. So all these, and one guy who's a mercenary or working for the CIA, but he's actually not. Okay, that's a spoiler, but there's a zombie tiger in this one, like one of the tigers of Siegfried and Roy. That's that kills. I mean, it's just great. It's just great. And then the safe cracker, he had a movie of his own that he's the best safe cracker. The movie of his own is basically him cracking safes is biggest the most biggest heist ever. But at the meantime, they show the television news about the outbreak, and he's dreaming about these zombies coming into his life. So, but there's no zombie. Then he gets the ending is he gets the new assignment, but it's gonna be a very dangerous one, and that's the assignment that he's hired for now. Because the reason why they're going into Vegas is to retrieve for this Japanese businessman. In one of the casinos, there's a very hard to crack open safe with millions and millions of dollars, and they get a percentage if they go in, like a percentage being 10 million each, you know. So big money. So Army of the Dead. Open House. I know a lot of people dislike it, but it's actually not a bad movie if you think about it. It's a almost psychological horror movie, and at the end it becomes this slasher movie. I mean, with a person who kills, and it's um, psychological, almost haunting. The movie almost gives you the feeling that the house they're selling is haunted. Things going falling on the ground at night, things moving, and the only ones who are living there is the the mom and her son. And I mean, and you get like three people going in, and I'm still convinced that one of those three, I can't say, I'm not gonna say anything more, because the twist at the end is pretty what the fuck, where that came from. Yeah, so, and then you're gonna think about it. Think about the movie. You're gonna think about the movie. Who, it's an open house. Anybody can go in and out. So it's pretty kind of creepy if you think about it. And then especially the end where where they don't hold back. Open house. Really, really simple movie, but good movie. Maxine, of course, the sequel to X, and then Pearl was the I didn't like Pearl. I did like X, but I didn't like Pearl. No, no. The weirdness is it's played by the same actress who plays Maxine, and then Pearl only kills like two people in the entire movie. The guy she has sex with, and the girl that is her best friend but won the competition, and she's jealous, and she uses the gator to, that's also in X, to hide, to get rid of the bodies, chopping them up, giving gators the remains in a clever way. But I didn't like the movie. I did like X, and Maxine is this Gilo kind of movie. She's now in Los Angeles and wants to make it big, and she's trying to get all sorts of parts, but she doesn't want to do porn anymore. She wants serious parts, but it's hard life. She has to do a lot of fucked up things to do that. And in the meantime, there's this serial killer with black leather gloves, Gylo style, killing Gylo style, um, and the killer has it out for Maxine. So, and there at the end is the inevitable climax, and it's uh, it's pretty good. Acting is good. Uh, the kills are good. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Didn't had a lot of problems with it. There were a few, but not too much. I'm not gonna say the problems because it's the one that I recommend. So Maxine, yeah, but if you never seen X, what happens before that, you really should watch X. X is better than this one. I have to agree. X is way better than this one. It was funny with the porn, with the porn actors, and playing in the 70s, and this one plays in the 80s, I guess. And but it's better in my opinion, X. But you should watch X to get, and also uh, a small hint: the killer appears in X. I'm not gonna say how, but he appears in X. So there you go. The other one is The Babysitter, this horror comedy with this very beautiful babysitter who has to babysit this guy, almost a guy, I mean, like in his 20s, I'm not sure. And he's, of course, infatuated with her. And now, when everybody's out and done, uh, apparently she calls her friends, and they're like this demonic cult, you know? They're making this pentagram, and they want to offer the boy up to the devil, you know? I mean, I should point down the devil. And it's funny because they're all, the boy she's babysitting is really resourceful, like um, you know, like in Home Alone, the kid from Home Alone. He's really resourceful and kills a bunch of these cultists, and eventually the babysitter kind of had a bond with him and kills also one of these cultists, and eventually they have this pact that she won't tell and he won't tell, and then yeah, I mean, it's a good. Sorry, I spoiled a little bit there, but it's a good movie, a funny movie. It's a fun slasher movie with comedy in there. Yeah, it's the way these cultist actors, this guy, the muscular guy, the always in this, takes off his shirt and is like dancing like a fool around the pentagram. It's great. It's great. It's great. All these cultists are funny in a way. Yeah. And then number 8, Shaun of the Dead. Again, horror comedy, but I think, in my opinion, the best uh, satire or comedy of a zombie movie ever made. I mean, that scene where he's like, oh, getting out of bed. He's always rinse and repeat when he goes to work. He's going to the mini market to get his things, and they hear there's outbreak is coming, this and that, and you see people running away and this and that, and then the day after he goes back, and then he sees all these zombies on the street, but he's so like in his catatonic state of still being tired, going to the store and just putting the money on the counter, and there's all zombies around him. It doesn't notice. It's so funny. It's so funny. Shaun of the Dead is still my favorite comedy zombie movie, and I don't. I'm thinking because Army of the Dead is kind of a comedy too, if you think about it, but more with a more dramatic, uh, yeah, with a more dramatic touch to it. Yeah. Then Evil Dead remake, I think it's from 2011, 2012. It's the better, the second one, High Rise or what's it called. It's not nearly as good as this one, especially if it comes to the gore, because we watch those movies for the gore. I mean, the guy I said, the glasses guy, the guy who opens the book, who's the stupid idiot of reading the verse. He's actually even, you know, translating it so he can into English, and eventually he gets the biggest punishment in every any movie I ever seen. He gets punishment so hard that the punishment he gets killed like 5 people in 3 different 80s slasher movies. And like for example, a 80s slasher movies, My Bloody Valentine, a guy who gets two nails in the head here and here and dies. He gets like multiple in the head and the face. I mean, remember the pin kill, the needle kill in Halloween 2, where he killed the doctor with, and then the nurse. He gets like jabbed like 50 times in the face and around the eyes. He still lives. I mean, the guy eventually dies with a potato knife in his fucking belly, and that's the way he goes. The way she fucking goes. Oh my god. But it's pretty gnarly. It's pretty gnarly. And I liked it. I really liked it. It has a twist ending too, and you think the brother's gonna survive. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil too much. It's a great remake with its own thing, and it's better than the second one. So I recommend this a lot more than the second one. And then at number 10, you've got World War Z, which is a fun zombie movie. It's basically going around the globe. They're going to Egypt, I think, Cairo. They're going to Ireland, where there's this center for cures, and they're all going to this flagship, this American flagship, this air deck carrier, they're put on boats to Canada, but like an island of Canada. I'm guessing an island of Canada, yeah. And I mean, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. I mean, when the zombie, I mean, the first fucked up thing that happens is he's in this traffic, and he wants to see what's happening in New York, I think, and he opens his door, and this cop just drives his door off, and he's like, "What the fuck?" It's pretty tense, very tense movie. Yeah, creepy not so much, but more tense, I would say. Yeah, really. I mean, when the city, I think I'm saying Cairo, I'm not sure, but it's a locked down city with walls, big walls. But when the city gets breached because the zombies are just crawling, and because they're yelling this prayer for Allah, I'm not sure which prayer it was, and the zombies are attracted to it, so they're piling up, and then you see a helicopter with a machine gun firing at them, and they're like falling, but the pile, the heap of zombies is getting too big, so they fall over and then come to life again, and everybody's attacking, and tuck 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 tuck, and the entire city is in flames. We got all these airplanes going up, and some of them are just hanging on them and falling. The same like the when the Afghanistan thing happened. Remember, and Biden said we have to put our troops back, and these people were just clenching to the planes of the tires, but they're retractable. They fall off. I mean, it must have been horrible for those people. Oh my God. World War Z, great movie, great tension, and a lot of zombie fun. I mean, yeah, great movie. Recommend that. So that being said, that were only 10 movies that I said. There are a lot more good movies, but I thought maybe these 10 will give you you know, go ahead, a little, a little, you know, feed for the brain. uh, and I'll probably do a lot more of these. And in any case, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the list, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.